Everybody, this is Jeff Veale coming to you from a wet and wild Manila in the Philippines. Guys, at the moment, most of town, we're under about 8 to 10 inches of water in most areas, sometimes even some places even more. But never mind, the show goes on. These people, mate, they put galoshes on and Ugg boots and boats, and they somehow get to work. But no, my team, I've told them to stay home. So we're not coming back to work till next Monday. So we'll see what happens between now and then. But I've got an awesome guest today from my home country. I don't get many of them. Most of my clients are American. But this gentleman's name is Tim White. And Tim's got a very interesting career. He's a buyer's consultant. We're talking real estate here, guys. He does Personalised Property Listings, his company name, involved in the real estate industry, purchasing property for people for the last 6 or 7 years. And what he does, guys, you're busy, and he's an expert. He goes out and finds deals for you. You tell him what you want. He'll take his time. He'll go through his listings, what he's already got. And if he hasn't got it, he'll go out and find it for you. He does all the legwork for you, saves you a shit. That's how I bought my last home, guys, through a buyer's agent. They save you a shitload of time and stress. You just sit back and to keep putting properties in front of you until you find one that you really want. So it'd be worth a phone call to this man. Have a cup of cost you nothing to have a cup of coffee. Tell him what you're up to. Tell him what you need, and he'll say yay or nay. And if he can't help you, he'll probably give you someone else who can. Pretty simple. So is it all about building generational wealth with first home buyers and property investors? Key achievements, family built buyers consultancy. And his personal model philosophy, tailored for you, I'd rather consult with people and help them create generational wealth. So guys, you want to, and it's not overnight. It's not overnight wealth, guys. It builds up. It builds up. You can get lucky. You hit a home run. You can double your money in 12 months, guys. Typically, real estate over the years doubles in price every 5 to 7 years. And by the way, guys, you may not know it, that's about the time most people move every 7 years. That's another fact in real estate. So, you know, it always happens. Interesting fact, he's got an exceptional experience from a variety of different industries throughout his lifetime so far, but helping people and making a difference is where I feel is my calling. Well, that's it. He's a people person. And reach out, see if he can help you. I've got all his contact information. You'll find all his details in our social media things we're going to put up for him. But in the meantime, let's go across to Western Australia and talk to Tim. How are you today, Tim?
Not too bad, thank you. How's yourself?
Not bad. You must be in almost the same time zone as me, right? Is that right? About 7:30? 7:30?
7:27 on the dot.
Yeah,
yep.
Perfect. Tell us about your journey. What inspired you to pursue your current career? What got you on this track? Tell us about the journey.
Well, it all started when I was purchasing property for family and friends. I was doing that for quite a while. Went into an open home one day, and one of the real estate agents just looked at me and said, "You're back again." And I said, yeah. And she goes, "You're a buyer's agent." I said, "What?" He said, "A buyer's agent." Do you know what that is? I'm like, no. She goes, "Google it. That's what you're doing. Why don't you do it professionally?" So yeah, looked into it, did all the courses, did a lot of study for it, spent a week straight doing it actually. And yeah, that's why we launched. And, you know, it gives an opportunity for my family my partner, kids, and anyone else in the family that, you know, needs something. We can all play a good role and be a part of this journey together.
You'd agree, it's a lot of fun. When you find someone that property, you come away with a smile because you know you've helped them. You've helped them grow. Because good property never goes down. So you found them a place to live, and you've found them a fantastic investment. Yeah,
that's right, 100%.
It's a win-win. And then they go from a client to friend and to advocate, and they're telling other people about you. That's how it all works. It's fantastic. What's been the most challenging aspects of your work, and how have you overcome that?
The most challenging was obviously getting the time to do all the studies and find the route on the correct path. So obviously at the beginning, I got a few bum steers on things that I already previously knew, like courses that mainly revolved around marketing, but then right at the last module, they're like, "Oh, you need to search for in real estate." Well, why didn't you say at the beginning? I didn't need to do the marketing thing. I've already done that.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a few bum steers. Obviously waiting for the license to come back. That took quite a while. Ended up getting it a couple of days before Christmas last year. So It was like, all right, awesome. It's finally here. Let's hit 2025 with a bang.
Yeah, that's how it goes, you know. You got, as I tell people, with this rain we're having, you got to see rain to be able to see rainbows. It's that simple. Tell us the most important moment in your career that changed your direction. Where was that aha moment? What happened?
So it was about the time where we were first purchasing our first property, and obviously the stress tailored to like first home buyers, the stress, trying to find what you're looking for, going to all the open homes, inspections, meeting multiple different people,
getting
walking through houses. Oh, like walking through houses and you got 30 or 40 people looking at the same place. You're like, I've got no chance of getting this.
Yeah, you're 40 to 1.
Yeah, that's right. You're like, oh no, what am I going to do here? But we were quite lucky. I actually, so where it all began, we were actually searching, and I found one that it said it was on the market, but then it was actually off market. And I went and knocked on the door, and I just said, hey, look,
cool.
I've seen this as it's for sale.
Yeah.
And it was tenanted at the time. There was some defence people in it, and they knew the owner. And they said, well, it was actually on the market 12 months ago. I said, oh, okay, well, we wanted to have a look. They said, oh, we'll put you in touch. And then I was like, wow, this is sourcing. And yeah, it was like, I want to do this and help people remove this stress from finding what they actually want.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. Hire professionals and stand out of the way. Hire professionals. If you had a heart attack, you wouldn't do your own operation, would you? The same thing.
No, 100%.
In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have contributed to your success, Tim?
Definitely willpower and commitment. So I know where I want to go. I've got the drive. I've been there. I've done it for family and friends for quite a number of years, and it's just consistency, showing up every day. Yeah.
Having spoken to you up air before we started, I'd say you've got empathy in spades too. You're a good listener, so you've got empathy, and that's important, isn't it, in this business? To listen to what the client wants, understand their needs, and then go out and do it for them.
Yes, 100%. Not just throw any old property in their face.
Yeah, well, they want a 4-bedroom. You're not going to show them a tent or a caravan, are you?
Definitely not.
Some people just waste your time. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to come up with new things and innovate in your field? What's your secret there?
So the way I stay motivated is I've got a goal. So I've got another goal that's going to be about when I'm about 40. So I've got 8 years left. I need to be about $30 million in debt to get to that goal.
Yep.
So that way, and this is progress. Like I've got a list of goals, and I want to achieve them. And I've worked for cash majority of my life.
Yes.
And went, right, what am I going to change here so I can get to where I need to be?
Yeah. Other people's money.
Yeah. So I've made a roadmap of how I want to get there, and that I'm going to get there, and obviously giving other people the chance for their future generations to make a difference.
Yep.
That's where the generational wealth comes into it.
Fantastic. Tell us about a recent project or achievement, Tim, that you're particularly proud of. What have you been up to?
I had a client. He didn't end up coming through. He wanted to find something himself, but he gave me a budget in Perth, and obviously I'm from Townsville, and I didn't know any agents in Perth, and I rang every single agent.
Awesome.
In Perth in 3 days.
Yep.
I came up with 16 different ideas for him, like for properties that suited exactly his specifics.
Yep.
Presented them all to him, and he said, oh, by the way, I put an offer in on something last week and it's been accepted, but thanks for your time.
Yeah, wow. But that was a learning curve, right? But still, it's not a waste, it's a learning curve.
No, not a waste at all, but it just goes to show that, when there's a will, there's a way, and Absolutely. It took me 3 days, but I spoke to every single selling agent that was in those areas.
Yeah, look, you got that much more knowledge. It's not, the door wasn't closed, it was just partially open. Right, because you got that extra knowledge, things you didn't know. Like you say, you didn't know the Perth market. You're getting. In fact, when I went looking, you'll know this. When I went looking for houses, guys, myself, before I got an agent, I started knowing more than the local real estate guy because I'd seen more houses.
Yeah.
In a certain, let's call it 500,000. I'd seen 20 houses in the 500 range, and I knew what was a good one, what was a bad one. I'd seen the worst, I'd seen the best. you know.
Yeah.
I knew the value was out there. You got to keep looking for it. You got to find those diamonds, right? And they
100%.
are there. They are there. Okay. What advice would you give a younger version of yourself, a 20-year-old version of you? What would you tell him about your journey? What would you tell him to do?
Start doing something solid a lot sooner, and don't worry about these bum steer courses. Go straight for a Cert 4. That's all you really need, and learn from getting out there, networking, experiencing with people.
Mentoring. Like, get a mentor. Get someone like Tim. You know, get someone on your side. Get people out there willing to help you guys. You've got to ask. Go and ask. Some of these real estate agents have been doing it for 20 and 30 years. If you say, look, I'm only just starting out. Can I buy you a coffee or buy you lunch? Can I find out a bit more about it? They're only too pleased to share their knowledge with you. They'll probably buy you the coffee. You know. Yep. It's really that simple, guys. Ask and you shall receive. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future, Tim? What's on the horizon?
I've got obviously quite a few steps to it. We won't go through all of them. Some are going to be a wow factor when they're complete.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the next step is obviously once this part of the business gets to a certain point in certain period, we're going to add in a property management side as well.
Yep. So nice. Good income coming in, every month. Yep. We've
obviously got a budget that we need to get to first in order to hire a good property manager that will be able to do that, but that'll be the next step. And then there's a few more with with Personalised Property Listings itself before we get to the next one. So the next one's a big one. It's a personal one. It's something totally different. Still sort of revolves around real estate, but
yes,
yeah, it's a bigger aspect.
Fantastic. Tim, for people who want to find out about your wonderful service, what's the best way? How can they find out about you? What's the best way to contact you?
Definitely just jump on the website. It's got all the details on there, all our social links. The website is www.personalisedpropertylistings.com.au.
Nice.
Everything's on there. Contact details, sections about ourselves, who we are, where we've come from. Yeah.
You're based in Perth at the moment. Do you help people all over Australia, Tim, or just Western Australia? Where's your main market for you?
I live in Townsville, so Queensland's my market.
Fantastic. And a booming market. Booming market, good market.
100%. Yeah. It's definitely taken a turn.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Even when I was back there, it was on the way up. Before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Well, most people wouldn't know. I was born and bred on a farm locally in Townsville. I'm still there. I still go down and, help my pop, the old fella, out with the farm when I go home. We've got heaps of animals. Lovely. So, that's probably the funnest fact we've got.
When you got three kids, that's a fun time for them too, growing up around the animals, isn't it?
100%. Agriculture, horticulture, and home ec, all in the one.
Yeah, that's what they call real family living. That's the grassroots stuff. Like, you're a grassroots sort of a guy, Tim. Nice to have you on the show today. And guys, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, think about it. A TV commercial in your city will set you back about $30,000, and people might go to the toilet, make a hamburger, go and crack a beer while the ad's on and see nothing. If you had 10 radio spots in your city, that's going to set you back $3,000 to $5,000, and they invariably play them at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. But guys, come on, 15 minutes of fame. We'll put you across all the social media channels. We're talking Snapchat, Quora, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook, our Facebook group with 6,500 members, and also YouTube with all your social media links, potentially putting you in front of thousands of people. So there's the invitation, guys. Just like Tim today, come on, tell us. Every man's got a story. Every woman's got a story. Come on and tell us your story. We'd love to hear your story. Once again, thanks for being on the show today, Tim. It's been awesome, my friend.
Thank you for that, Jeff. It was wonderful.